So I've moved to Canada for the love of Tim Hortons. Hi guys, after a long hiatus, I'm finally back. I'm GypsyGenz and welcome back to my channel. I'm now recording live and direct from my new location, Toronto, Canada. I recently did a question and answer on my Instagram page on why I relocated to Canada. So let's get into it. The real reason why I moved to Canada is for love. I'll be honest guys, you only get one chance at life. You probably only get one or two chances at real love. He or they are the reason why I recently located. Okay, that's not the real reason why I relocated. I relocated because one of my travel challenges was 30 destinations by 30. I'm going to be 31 in just 3 weeks time, and I've just hit 37 destinations. So out of everywhere that I've traveled throughout the world, this is all continents bar Antarctica, I have been trying to find somewhere that I could relocate that was as close to the UK, but wasn't exactly like the UK. So through research, I had two options. One option was Dubai, and the other option was here in Canada, because I felt it was more realistic to what I wanted to do going forward with my future in life. I've also visited here a few times, and each time I leave, I'm literally like a little child with physical tears crying at the airport to come back to London.
Does anybody get sad when they leave a destination? I swear every single time I leave Toronto, I leave with tears falling from my eyes like I'm a 5-year-old kid that has never travelled before, or like they're dragging me to leave this country and I don't want to go. Like, Toronto, you truly have my heart.
So I'm thinking there's obviously something in this country/city that I need to explore. So here I am after I've packed up everything. I sold my car, I gave away most of my clothes to charity, put my stuff into 4 suitcases and booked a one-way flight to Toronto. The question of, was it a hard decision? I'll be honest and I will say no, because I feel like I've done enough research to know that I was making the right decision at the time that I was making the decision. The transition has been pretty simple. The only thing that I'm still struggling with is the time zone. So this just means that sleep does not exist anywhere here, and I was genuinely looking forward to going back in time. There's a 5-hour time difference between the UK and here. And I genuinely thought that being here, I would go to sleep at a regular time, maybe 10 p.m., 11 p.m., midnight. No. My eyes are still very much open at 3, 4, and 5 a.m. So the transition of getting to sleep has been difficult, but the decision of was it hard for me to leave London, the answer is no. Meaning I'm on a career break, I'm not currently employed, but in due time, once I feel settled enough to go down that avenue, I definitely will be doing that. So all the ladies want to know what the Canadian men are like and if there is a difference between the Canadian men and the British men. Be honest and say I haven't reached that realm in life yet. I'm not dating anybody, I'm not seeing anybody, I'm not even talking to anybody. So I cannot tell you the difference between Canadian men and British men in terms of romance. But if you know me, you know I come from a circle of male friends, or male-dominated friends, I should say. And yes, I can say that the male friends that I have started friendships with out here, they align with the same morals, values, and principles towards women also. So, what do I miss most about London? Before I was leaving, my cousin said something to me that has definitely stuck with me. He said, I will miss the people and not necessarily the city. This has been 100% true. The main thing I'm missing about the UK is UK TV. I mean, I'm in the UK, but my favorite programs are actually Australian soaps. So I watched Home and Away, that is filmed and shot in Australia, Neighbours, that's filmed and shot in Australia, and Hollyoaks, that is in the Midlands in the UK. So I'm definitely missing my TV programs, and I do have access to them. But because of the time difference, I am not waking up at 7 a.m. to watch TV. I know everybody's like, watch Netflix. I've tried to watch Money Heist, guys. Please don't get at me. I cannot get into it. I'm now watching Queen of the South, which I'm totally enjoying, but I just keep thinking, okay, so once this series is done, what next? And I feel like this is why I watch soaps, because it's just a continuation for years on end. I've been watching these programs pretty much my whole life. I miss the freedom of having my car. I do actually have an Ontarian driver's license, so I am licensed to drive out here, but car insurance is so sky high that it doesn't even make sense for me to get a car right now. But I'm definitely missing the fact that I could go for a late night drive, or I could just drop by my friend's house to, chill and lime. It is a struggle having to wait for an Uber, finding the train time, finding the subway time, finding the bus time. Running on Canadian time is not fun at all. In terms of what I've left behind, guys, my friends are honestly the best set of support I could ever ask for. They gave me this leave-in gift with my new flag and of course my name. You guys know I love everything and anything personalized. This particular bottle is to encourage me to drink water because my water intake is down the drain. No pun intended. But thankfully we do have WhatsApp, we have Instagram, we have Zoom, we have every form of platform that allows us to keep within communication every single day. If I will be staying here or if I will be moving somewhere else in the future. So at this moment in time my plan is to stay here. I haven't actually explored anywhere else other than Dubai to live. And in terms of what I get here as a permanent residency, in Dubai for permanent residency is two different things. So I have no plans to leave here to go to anywhere, but if I was going back to the UK. Have I made friends? Guys, I am literally a solo traveler. I actually don't know what it means to travel anywhere and not even speak to one person. So I spent the whole of last year, 2020, during this pandemic, on Instagram Lives. I made a Twitch account so I can follow certain DJs out here in Toronto and network with them. And I can honestly say, I've always known this, Torontonians/Ontarians are definitely one of the most friendliest people I've ever come across. I'm pretty sure that when I was networking with these people, they actually didn't believe that I would be here. One, that I probably wouldn't be coming here, and two, that I wouldn't be here so soon after. So I've had the best summer this year, not only further networking, but also reconnecting with friendships that I've currently made in the past year or so. Again, following on from being a solo traveler, yes, I moved out here by myself. I left my friends, my family, just everything that I know in terms of routine and the UK. I've left it all behind and I've packed up everything and moved here on a one-way flight by myself. In terms of accommodation, I am currently living somewhere which looks pretty tropical. In terms of being abroad and looking for accommodation, in the UK, we look at websites such as Zoopla. For Canada, you can use the website Kijiji. This is where you can find accommodation or room shares or flat shares or whole apartments that are available to yourself. The cost of living is something that I still cannot get my head around. Everybody told me it's expensive out here, but you don't actually know what they mean until you come here and have to start doing your grocery shopping. Guys, I'm buying things, maybe like 4 or 5 items in the grocery store, supermarket, and it's coming up to maybe like $40, $50, which is equivalent to around 20 or 30 pounds. I'm still heavily relying on my exchange app just to make sure that the money that I'm spending actually makes sense. Just like the UK, they do have equivalent supermarkets which are more high-end and ones that are more middle class. And I guess I'm just trying to find my feet between the two of them. At home in the UK, I definitely utilize shopping in Tesco and Lidl. Out here, I'm still trying to work out which stores, if it's no frills, if it's Freshco, I'm trying to work out which one is the equivalent in terms of cost. So the cost of living is not something that I can say I'm 100% settled in, because I'm still using my app for exchange rates just to work out if the cost of this item makes sense. So what paperwork is required for you to move abroad? Each country has different requirements, but in order for me to move to here, I needed to obtain a work permit, which allows me to legally work in the country. I needed to get my police certificate, which is a background police check on my criminal history. I needed to provide proof of funds to show that I'm able to sustain myself without relying on any kind of government payments. I needed to do my biometrics, which is your fingerprints and a face photo, just so that you're in the system. I also took it upon myself to do a medical test, which is just a full body medical to ensure that you're healthy. And this is if you choose to work in the healthcare section. I don't currently do that, but I wanted to make sure that I'd opened all avenues for when I came out here to look for work, I wasn't limiting myself in any way, shape or form. So these were the main documents that I required in order to move here. So if you are planning on moving abroad, please make sure you research. It is extremely important, one, to make sure that you know that you're making the right decision, and two, to make sure that you have everything to cover your back. The last thing you want to do is land in a country and not have 1 or 2 documents, and you get sent back after you've already said goodbye to everything you know. So guys, this is my first question and answer. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. I'm GypsyGenz.